to share the screen. Give Ashlesha ji the rights to share.
Okay, I will be able to now.
Are you able?
Yes, I am. I'll just quickly check in. Yeah, I'm able to, and I'm stopping the sharing. I just wanted to make it this way and then stop. Yeah.
Okay. I think we can get started now, and then as more people join, let them join, because it's 4:02. So welcome everyone to today's fourth session in our Ayurveda series at Arva Yoga. And today's topic is going to be Panchakarma, the Ayurvedic. Last session, we saw about how to balance the lifestyle. And now we welcome Ashlesha Raut, who is a MD in Ayurveda, for this session. And we are very grateful for her presence here today. Thank you so much. And welcome, Ashlesha.
Thank you, Shraddha for your kind introduction. And I'm really enjoying, I'm sure you all are enjoying this whole series with Arva. And so let's get started. Today we are going to focus on the another pinnacle aspect of Ayurveda, which is extremely, it's a wonderful thing with Ayurveda. We have so far seen how we do have the, what is Ayurveda and how the mental approach is important for Ayurveda, or mind, how much our mind interferes with the whole process of Ayurvedic treatment. And then also we did see about the lifestyle approach. And now another very crucial, important thing, and that is Panchakarma. This word is getting buzzed now in US, and of course, because not just for anything, but it has so much of importance. And that's why I would want to talk about this topic. So I'm not sure whether you have heard about the word Panchakarma, but before that, let's even actually understand what do we meant by even uh, detox, right? So when you say detoxification, what exactly is the detoxification? That question should come, right? Why I would always like to talk about the four aspects of detoxification. First of all, what? So we understand what it is, correct? Then second goes for the why it is whatever it is, one has to do that. So we understand the aspect, but again, why to perform that, or why so much importance to that. Then the third aspect comes that, then of course we would talk about the, why, after understanding why, then we go a little bit more deep, in depth of the Ayurvedic detox also. And then question comes, who should do it? And again, the fourth W would be when one should do it. So that's what will our focus will be for the today's whole presentation. And that's how I'm starting with the what is detoxification. So if we go and check the, the like a understanding or the meaning or the definition, what is defined detoxification is as, then the detoxification or the detox in short is the process. So this is a actually like definition of detoxification, that it is a process of eliminating or neutralizing toxins in the body. Very simple, right? Like you either eliminate completely, or you may want to neutralize it, so those toxins would not be really become toxins, and they get neutralized, and then you can eliminate them either way, or eliminate them as is. So if that is the focus, then obviously the question comes, okay, good, this is a good thing, but still, how do we do it? And even before doing how, one thing is also important, that isn't that okay, that how these toxins are causing external or internal, wherever they are, why even to do specifically detox, correct? Now, I toxins, who wants toxins? And we definitely want to remove the toxins, that is for sure. But when I'm saying detoxification and when I'm saying neutralization, here some deeper meaning is expected to understand. When we have to little bit go further deeper and understand here that this detoxification is not just we are talking about the natural toxins which are maybe external or somewhere internal and just removing them. We do have to go further and neutralize them. And I generally would ask people this question, that tell me that did you take a shower today? And I would ask that, and people would say yes, of course, we came here by taking shower, why not? And every day I do that. And then my immediate question to them is, did you clean your body? And they would say, of course, because I took the shower. Then I said, okay, that is fine, but what about internal cleaning of the body? Do we only want to clean the body outside, right? Or do we really want to do the cleaning internally also? Because internally there are so many organs. And how do we really do that cleaning, internal cleaning? Is there any method for that? And where these exactly the toxins are sat? When we say clean ourselves, what are you cleaning? Are you cleaning only externally, as the consuming these toxins are on our outer part of side? There are much more chances that these toxins are even internal, and they may have situated in your stomach, they may have situated in your lungs, or they may have situated even in your liver, or maybe into so many other organs, or maybe into the blood. We don't know where exactly these toxins could be, but that cleansing is that detoxification I am referring to, and not just the toxins neutralizing and eliminating in that sense. And of course, not only the external. So when I'm saying the toxins and again and again, I would like to now focus the toxins according to Ayurveda. And Ayurveda very nicely defines very simple thing, and it is called ama. The word toxins is known as ama. And I will be referring many times ama, so I wanted to give you this. It's a very broad definition. When we say ama, it's pretty nicely, multiple things would come here in the word ama. And in a very broad spectrum only, they are divided and they're classified in two things. Okay. And these two classifications are, first of all, the external toxins. I'm sure you are very well aware of this external thing, because we live in a polluted situation. We definitely breathe the polluted air. And when I'm saying polluted air, it's not only at the city sites, even in the, not just the urban side, but many, it's really difficult now that we not just talk about the pollution of the actual carbon dioxide or these kind of thing only, the air pollution. There could be further pollutions also. I'm sure you will understand this. What I'm talking about is the nowadays we have the cell phones everywhere, so that EMF, which is the electromagnetic frequencies, where they are everywhere. There is really, we have to now find the place where these EMFs are not reaching, because literally in every inch and every town there are cell phone towers. So I'm talking about that toxin also, not just, this is very easy to understand that there are multiple cars and they are creating, no matter how much the clean, uh, when you burn the gas, obviously the particles are going to create, and that no matter how much, but you are smoking them. And if you live in a dense cities, then obviously you're smoking that 100%, and you're traveling, and so on, so on and so forth. So those toxins are easy to understand, but there are multiple other toxins also which are externally coming to us. And these external toxins are not just will go away by just simply taking the shower. They are not dirt. I'm talking about the toxins. So naturally, they are not going to go there. And in fact, not only this, but Ayurveda has something else also, and which is called as a internal toxins or internal ama. So ama, as I said, that's the meaning of the toxins. Ayurveda says toxins called toxins as ama. And so there are external ama, these kind of thing, actual viruses and bacteria, or even the carbon monoxide or the other air pollutants, as well as EMFs. And along with that, there is something internal also. Then many times people say that I don't think I ingested toxins in any way. You don't have to ingest these toxins. I'm going to show you one simple picture. Look at this. What do you see here? A water which is stagnated actually created the undesired thing. So this is how the stagnation starts inside, and that's actually creates the toxins. This is something very important to understand, and you could see even this aspect, right? Like this picture actually shows that many times in the colon, we don't really remove everything. And the fecal material itself is not the toxic. Remember, that is a natural mala. Mala means natural excretory product. But if it stays there for longer time, obviously it starts generating the gases, and it obviously starts creating the ama or the toxins. So this is that differentiation we have to understand, that you're not just talking about or ingesting the food. I remember we discussed about this into the aspect of, when I was teaching this aspect here on the mental, mind, understanding mind through the Ayurvedic perspective. I was very much, were talking about that it's not that we have to eat the food. How do we eat that kind of food which will keep our mind always in a sattvic stage? And one of the topic came there, and I was telling you that when we eat the food will become stale and we still eat them, they create some ama, they create some toxins. In the same respect, if you eat the food and if your mind is not while eating there and it is wholly distracted, then the digestion which happens is not complete, and as a result of that, ama creates. I hope you got getting my point. So my point is that you don't have to ingest the ama, you don't have to ingest the toxins. They can get created all by itself in your body. And that's the reason why whatever the rules, what the last time also I was talking about the lifestyle, those dinacharyas, those actually attuning yourself with the nature, all these things are necessary just to avoid these ama aspect. And I want to tell you one more thing, that remember, people, it is very easy to understand that externally some toxins come. It is also understandable to understand that, okay, I'm eating food and I'm not digesting because my mind is distracted, or I'm watching the TV, or I'm listening to some other conversations, and then eating the food, not really paying attention to food. So digestion will not happen properly and ama is generated. But along with this, there is one more very important aspect which we many times miss, and that is called the generation of toxins, not only into your body but also into your mind. So many times in life, certain things happen and we don't pay attention much more to them, though they hurt us. We, because of our training, and because of the life experiences we pass over through them, but many time it is still at the subtle level that we repressed those emotions, and these repressed emotions many time creates the mental ama. So mental ama has to be also understood, and Ayurveda recognizes that mental ama also. And that mental ama can, as you know, body and mind are intertwined, and they ultimately end up creating effects on the body. So obviously you would may ask me questions that, okay, this is fine, but how do I know that there are toxins in my body? And that is also very easy to understand. I will give you some examples. If it is happening that you get up in the morning and you feel that, I'm not really slept well, I need to sleep more, and every night, every morning, even after sleeping of some 7 8 hours, if you feel groggy, that is a sign of ama. If you're frequently suffering from some diseases and frequently having the fever or cold or some other aspect, that is also sign of ama. Or if you say, no, nothing, I'm absolutely better, but maybe I have some knee pain, or maybe I have some action pain, that is also sign of ama. If you have some other uh, diseases such as which we call it as autoimmune disorders, that is 100% sign of ama. In fact, the autoimmune disorders, actually the oxidative stress which happens to the cellular level and generates the free radical, all these are process of understanding ama itself. I told you in earlier slide also that ama is a pretty broad term, and that's how these all the sequences which you would see, or people, another very common thing, people say that whenever spring comes or whenever fall comes or certain specific season comes, immediately that person suffers from some kind of allergies. What is allergy? Allergy is 100% sign of ama. What is the meaning of allergy? Let's understand this first. The meaning of allergy is that allergy means something goes into your body which actually allows you not to address that normal thing, but suddenly your body mechanism identifies it as a some kind of invader and starts shooting that invader. So generally, what is it? Oh, it could be pollen. It could be something as simple as cucumber. And people eat that and say, "Oh, I have now my nose started running, my eyes have itching, my." So these are not supposed to be causing a problem to any normal sequence, but that allergy develops, and this allergy is nothing but the presence on the land of ama. And of course there is a pathophysiology involved in that, but according to Ayurveda, that is again the basis of ama. Another very common symptom, people often would know that the bowels are not moving, or they move every day, but then they have to sit for a way longer period of time on the toilet seat, and that is again the sign of ama. So as I said, Sama is a pretty broad term, and these all things, if you are suffering from any one of these things and many multiple those things, then that is the sign that you have that toxins in your body. So then the question comes, how do we understand that, on what is the solution for that? And that the solution which I'm going to recommend is that Ayurveda detox, which is called Panchakarma. So again, let's understand now what is Ayurveda detox. Seriously speaking, all the, as I said already, this all ama which was generated there, to remove that ama is the absolutely Ayurveda detoxification. And then, as I said, that we always believe that body is not just the whole life is not just about body. You are not only body, your body, your union of body, mind, and spirit. And along with that, there is emotions also. So if I have to define that what is exactly the Ayurvedic detox, then I would say that it is the complete reset of body and mind, because it works absolutely at multiple stages, multiple level. It definitely restores the body in the sense wherever this ama is been situated in the body, it pulls out that those toxins from the body and it removes that. It also revitalizes mind. Now you would say, where does this mind come from? Because ama is also in the mind, right? I told you that the mind, knowingly or unknowingly, we do create these toxins. And the way, if I have to explain you a little bit more further, I would say the way you don't digest the food sometime, the same way, if your mental agni is low, if your mental fire is low, or if your mental digestive system is low, then you're ending up into the same thing, because you're creating the same way that ama into the mind. So revitalizing that mind means removing that mind, revitalizing that mind. That is very important. I'm actually going to show you one important treatment modality which also been given in Ayurveda, but that will come soon. And then also your emotional balance is very, very important. You have to be always feeling grounded, and that's emotional balance has to be done. And when these three things are actually balanced, that's why we say it works in the three stages, automatically your soul gets rejuvenated. And this is the whole process of doing this. So body, mind, and emotions, when we balance at these three levels, the effect will be on the soul or the spirit, and that is how we call Ayurveda detox. And there is a wonderful name given to that, and that is known as Panchakarma. So Panchakarma is again made up of two words. Pancha means five, and karma, the second word karma, means action. And there are certain actions and certain treatment modalities recommended. And along with this, let's say, bunch of modalities together makes the Panchakarma. So before I explain you actual Panchakarma, I definitely want to tell you the benefits of Panchakarma. And there is a huge, big list actually. These elements are really starting from, maybe headache, or maybe chronic sinusitis, or maybe migraine, or maybe chronic allergies, chronic, itchiness, the seasonal hives sometimes people would get, or even the asthma, or depression, or weight management, or blood pressure, or insomnia, or high cholesterol, or low libido, or chronic liver diseases, or chronic skin disorders, or chronic pains, aches and pains, and chronic fatigue, and some kind of autoimmune disorders, SLE, RA, CSR, or maybe even Alzheimer. All these elements, I'm not saying it is curing suddenly, but these elements can get benefited by working on Panchakarma. I see always that in, like how much Panchakarma being useful. And these are some of the uh, outcomes of Panchakarma, I would say. Many times, again, the goal is not to lose weight, but weight balance automatically many times happen. People, those who have higher weight, they lose to some extent. Those who have really too much low weight, they start nicely gaining. So weight balance happens. So it's not only for the weight reduction. Then you would say that somebody is thin, why do they want to do the Panchakarma? Then I would say yes, because that's how their weight also will start gaining. So if you are not gaining weight, that means it is possible that you also have the toxins or ama, and that those are being removed. Then you will get the weight enhancement or weight balancing will happen. The same way, more energy would come. The immune resilience, again and again, which falling sick aspect is there, that can be achieved. I told you it is also works on the emotions, and that's why mood stability. Those who suffer from the mood depressive, or the kind of like changing mood, those type of thing happens. That also helps there. And it also improves into the sleep. And according to Ayurveda, sleep is considered as one of the pillar of the health, right? And so these pillars would really having this stronger pillar of life really increases your life expectancy. So there are really, really many much more benefits of Panchakarma, and I'm sure that makes you curious to understand what exactly and how exactly to do this pinnacle of the treatment ability of the which is known as Panchakarma. So basically, Panchakarma is being done in a three stages. We always, I always teach my students or the clients that you do when we talk about Panchakarma happens at the level, at the three level. First of all, I showed you that it is a body level, mind level, emotion level, and so it is being conducted also at the three level. And like how we talk about the surgery, right? So in during the any surgery, when any operative procedure you go with, what happens? You have to create the you have to prepare the that body which is under which you have to do the surgery, correct? And so that prep work has to be done, and that prep work, and then after the main surgery happens, and then you have the post surgical aspect also, and exactly in the same way Panchakarma is also being done. So you have to prep work, do the prep work means you do the pre-cleanse preparative stage is there, and then you come to the so that once the preparative stage is created, then you come to the main cleanse, which is the main process where the toxins are really eliminated, and that has been done with the multiple therapies provided. And then after all these things have been done, then also the next day immediately day you cannot just go and directly start eating, or because you're now almost clean and all the channels are absolutely open, so you don't want to dump in that something very harsh, or just go and eat the burger that McDonald burger may not necessarily a good idea then. So in fact, that post cleanse, there is a specific dietary regime which is recommended and which actually restores body, mind, and of course the emotions. And this is what we generally even see. So even if it looks like there are three like main panchakarma steps, you would further go and understand that even in that pre-cleanse, the detox phase, there are further three aspects, or further some aspects are done, and that's how only you get prepared for the actual panchakarma. So the maximum that multiple more time is also given for this pre stage. So what we do in the pre stage is, see, first of all, it is necessary and it's very crucial that your whole healing has to happen. Then your entire digestive system should be ready. So for resetting that digestive system, certain herbs and certain dietary changes and certain lifestyle changes are recommended. And by doing this, very first thing happens is you start opening the channels. Channels are the pathways, or in Sanskrit or in Ayurveda, we call them strotasas, correct? And so these strotasas are developed there. They are cleaned, they're opened up. These are the pathways from where the, what we call it as a nutrients go to the cellular level. So you eat the food, you get it get digested, and then it is being absorbed from the cellular, absorbed from the intestine to go to the each and every cell. So those pathways I'm talking about, those pathways are actually cleaned. And that's the how do we clean those pathways? And for cleaning those pathways, this pre-stage is very, very important. So we create that focus for this pre-stage. And that's how, again, as I said, certain diet, certain herbs, certain teas, certain detox tablets, certain lifestyle changes, certain dietary changes, all these things and some type of breath work or certain yoga poses or certain exercises, all these things are being provided depending upon who is undergoing the panchakarma. And this stage is also very, very crucial. And without this clearing the digestive tract, or without the clearing the pathways, really the main stage cannot be done. So this is that first crucial pre detox phase. Now as you would do this, then we go to the main panchakarma, which is just for the understanding purposes, I'm calling it as a main cleanse, but this is that absolutely the all these five main panchakarmas which I was telling you that happens. Now remember, it you would say that okay, you're talking about five things, but I'm here looking at multiple more than five dots and what are the therapies I have listed here. It is necessary for me to list these therapies because even if panchakarmas are of five types or the five action, they are the main one. Along with that, there are a lot of accessory things happens. So in general, if you would ask me what are those five actions, I will say these five actions are as simple as, vomiting, which means medicated emesis. So you create and give some specific thing that so that these all the vitiated doshas and the toxins which are all over the body are brought back into the GI tract, and depending upon which one is closer, which opening of your body is closer, that's how it is being thrown off from the body. It looks little gross to hear even this, right? But in reality, it is not that gas. Like vomiting could take more difficulty, but when you're taking the Panchakarma Vamana, we call it as Vamana, lot of fluids are already been provided. The coming out is much easier. So that is one aspect. Again, you don't have to do only. There are still four more aspects. The second being is the purgation, medical purgation. That means removing the stuff from the bottom. Clear, it's like the not diarrhea, please understand. It is not diarrhea because every time the bowels are moving, patient client actually feels better, and that's how it is being induced to do that, and that's how it is being achieved also. So that way it removes out. And then the third thing is enema is, we call it as a basti, and this is again something which is given through the anal route, and it is mainly focused on the vata dosha, or the one of the balancing aspect of the movement of the body, and that's how that is necessary. And then there is a nasal installation, there is a phlebotomy done, and we call it as a rakta mokshana, the blood is being removed. So we don't have to do all these five, but the idea here in main cleanse it, whatever you have prepared the body for, and wherever this oleation been done, and uh, you know, so we do the abhyanga or the oleation is somehow creating that oiliness. There is a very unique concept here in Ayurveda that this oiliness actually helps to toxins to fall into them, and that's how they come move, and all the pathways in the body kind of like they lubricate. So in doing the panchakrama, we do recommend to take ghee, and this is how, and it has been observed and it has been researched that the ghee has an affinity, or these toxins have an affinity for ghee, and that's how they actually, and they are fat, many toxins are fat soluble also, but not in the all the soluble all the fats, but ghee being in a fat material, it really absorbs these toxins, and that's how it is being collected there, and it is being thrown off from the body. So that becomes the main cleanse. Now along with this main cleanse, you could see here, this is called the kati basti, which is the, again, the oil is being poured on the back, and a kind of like a dough is being formed, and then oil is being poured here. This is called the Janu Basti. So some kind of people have the arthritic problems, or people have this pain into the knees, and while climbing the trees, they have a knee or knee pain and all such thing. Then these things are being done. the way here she's trying to put here in the nose, the same way we can put it in so when it is put it in the nose, it is called nasya, and when it is put it into the ear, it is called karna purana, right? So these are the different nasya or the nasal installation. So these are the different procedures which are being performed to do and cleanse the whole body. And along with this, always the sudation, oleation and sudation is done. Oleation means create that oiliness inside and outside, and the sudation means creating the heat and heat aspect to perspire. And that perspiration happens is actually opens the channel. That's the wonderful thing, and that's how these toxins are being removed nicely and automatically. So this is how main cleanse happens. There is, as I said, there is a third stage, and that is called post-clean stage. This post-clean stage again focuses on digestive fire. And then how do it focuses on digestive fire? It's again simple. There is some unique dietary regimes are being mentioned. And why these regimes are necessary? Because while undergoing the this main action therapies, your digestive fire may go low because all the toxins are now being poured into the digestive onto the main GI tract, and of course from there it will be thrown. So sometime in very next day or very first night, the digestive fire can be still low, and then slowly it starts getting nice and normal to the normal level or even the high performing level. So this slow process which happens, that has to be really taken seriously, and that's why unique restoration of digestive fire, unique dietary regimes are recommended at that point. And so that comes into as a third stage of cleansing. So also, these third stage when I'm talking about, I want to give one another very crucial aspect here, that people would say that, yeah, in any other detox and Ayurveda detox, what is the difference between any other detox and Ayurveda detox? And there is certainly a lot more difference. You would see sometimes people would say that we do the liver detox, or sometimes people would say that, oh, we do the colon detox, or sometimes people would say that we do just the lymph detox. And there are so many such things, different things, and which are absolutely fine. They may be absolutely good, no doubt about them, and the things are very good. But my question is, the difference, which can we do all these things in one? So all in one, is that possible? And the answer is yes, and that is exactly what I'm talking about in the Panchakarma. All these, all whatever you are seeing here on the screen, all these things are included, and you're actually doing this is again not only for body. So all the things are included in one Panchakarma, which means it would be cleaning liver also, it could be cleaning kidney also, it could be cleaning colon also. In fact, it doesn't do one, it is a full package. It is a full thing. I mean, it's not a package. That's how these sages have created, that it would act and remove the toxins not only from colon, but from liver, but from lymph, but from blood, but from lungs, but from stomach, wherever they are. And that's why we say all in one is the Ayurveda detox of the Panchakarma. And it is definitely to emphasize here again that it's not only for body. I told you, body and mind are intertwined. We cannot, even if we want, we cannot do this. And that's why body, mind has to be clean. And that's how mind can be also clean. So sorry, I'm going a little backward. Okay. Yeah. One another treatment aspect which I was going to tell you, that very crucial into the Panchakarma aspect, and that is known as Shirodhara. This is in US popularly known as bliss therapy. And this therapy, what actually happens is, there is a the oil is full of in this pot, and that is being dropped into the third eye of the client. And this is such a in a uniquely this has been done that it puts the mind absolutely in a delta state. At least it makes mind to come out of beta state and go further deep into it. And that's how this uh, one of the theory the action is being done. Why again I wanted to do this action more is the idea of doing this action as wanted to focus more on is because this is how the mind kind of gets clean. Of course, you do the bodily cleansing by throwing the toxins either from upside, downside, or whichever way. But along with that, mind is also being taken care. And truly to do the detox through the mind, this is what you would do. You would make the, client will sleep like this, and this is how the oil will drop. And it is a profoundly dropping the mind into that silent stage, and that creates the real good effect. Why this effect is important? Because once mind drops to that deep state, automatically by virtue of you being there, your healing starts. And Ayurveda is all about this healing, the true healing, and that's how the whole proper healing would start. And that's why this kind of therapy is important. There are multiple such other therapies, and that also can be done. Lot of it's not possible to explain all those therapies, but before we really go, I definitely want to tell you about these researches which are been happening onto the Panchakarma, and they are giving really a good good, like a really lot of good responses. You would see these clinical outputs that it has been shown that it decreases the cholesterol by lowering the toxic lipids and the paradox levels. Then it also decreases the rate of platelet clumping. Plate clumping happens and the lymph condition happens, and that's how leads to the sometime heart blockage or sometime heart attack, or also lymph condition can lead to cancerous stages. It also decreases the 14 major toxins. This is what I was telling you, and some of them are the cancer causing effects. Then also significantly raises the good HDL. Good HDL is the high density lipoprotein, which is a good cholesterol. You might have heard the good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. So that is something about that good cholesterol also in there. Then lowering the diastolic blood pressure. This is very important. Blood pressure has the two things, upper and lower. So upper has to bring it down. The upper level is known as upper lower can actually come down, but the lower level is very very important to come further down. The upper level is known as systolic, and lower level is known as diastolic. And the diastolic blood pressure can also be fall down by doing the panchakarma. Main importantly, many times people lose those extra unnecessary fat cells, and that's how the what we call it as a weight drops down, and along with weights the diastolic pressure also would go down. Then it also reduces the free radicals, which are the leading cause of many disorders. I was telling you oxidative stress and free radicals, and all autoimmune disorders or the cancer and death and all those things. So that's how it also helps. It significantly reduces the body complaints, irritability, bodily strains. There are some psychological aspects also. I was telling you that is exactly what I would call it as a mandalama. And that also been shown to decrease. People get greater emotional stability. That constant fluctuations of emotions can actually, to some extent, can be cooled down. And it also decreases the anxiety and ultimately the aging. So after knowing that so many of nice benefits of Panchakarma, I'm sure you would be asking that Panchakarma for whom? And I would say that literally it is for everyone. It is for literally everyone. Because anyone who is the age, in the middle age in the sense, as you are no more child, and we consider that after 8 years of health, the person is no, it's still it is not adult, but in between the adolescent age, that time also you can do panchakarma, as well as depending upon the health situation, before 75, you till 75 or 80 you would be able to perform the panchakarma. So that is possible, and that's how ideally everyone. Now, the fourth W, remember I told you about the four W's. So the last W we are talking about, and that last W is when should we do the Ayurveda detox or the Panchakarma. So when we are talking about the time to detox, I must tell you this, that why are you doing detox matters a lot. Remember we said that, okay, we do detox for the internal cleansing, but internal cleansing is obviously the right word, but whether is there any disease that you're suffering from, or have you undergone tremendous stress situation, or it is just a normal maintenance, why are you doing the detox? And that why actually answers when to do the Ayurveda detox or Panchakarma. So first of all, we always say that, I mean, as in the Ayurvedic text it has been written, and many time I perform many time panchakarma during the seasonal change. I do for myself also, and I believe that everyone should do that, in this sense that even if you're not suffering from anything, or even if you are completely healthy, but to maintain that health, you need to do the panchakarma. If you remember in the very first uh, you know our presentation, I mentioned that what is the aim of Ayurveda and why even Ayurveda was created. So one of the very initial aim of the Ayurveda was the swasthasya swasthya rakshanam, which means the someone who is healthy protect is preserve or protect his health, his or her health. And so how do we protect that health? How do we preserve that health? That is only possible if you would that's why the solution possibility is being provided by this solution of offering panchakarma or the Ayurveda detox. And so that time you have to do as the season changes, typically you could do, and that is so the best season again, not that all the seasons you would be able to do that, but specifically from the spring to fall you could do that. Then someone when has undergone tremendous stress condition, because the mental stress creates this whole free radicals, and every cellular level this things can happen. We know multiple times it has been shown into this all the researchers that the stress is the many time root cause of the many diseases. So when you go under that tremendous stress, it is necessary that you remove the whatever the toxins are created during this whole stress period. That has to be removed, and that's that time you should do it. Or if somebody is suffering from some kind of a disease, then obviously that is your focus, and that's how if that disease, then according to that the panchakarma can be done. Again, remember, panchakarma is not a one fixed thing. It absolutely changes per person, what to provide, how the pre-detox process would be, how the detox process could be, and how the post-detox process could be. These things would be very nicely explained, done through the panchakarma, and per person it would change these three stages. So as we are coming to the end, I want my audience to really think about that this is all good, but in very first stage, how do we even avoid building up the toxins, right? That should be our main focus. And there I would say obviously that definitely, as I would say, Ayurveda is again very individualized medicine. So we believe in the dosha therapy, and dosha therapy means we believe in the dosha principles, and every therapy is based on doshas, vata, pitta, kapha. So what we believe that you follow that diet per your dosha body type. And as you would follow the diet per your dosha body type, that's how then automatically the toxin level will start going down, and it's a good idea. Then also perform the daily routine per your doshic dominance. We saw that how the daily routine could be, and there are multiple stages where it is being mentioned that you have to certainly do certain things, and that's how you should be choosing your yoga practice, that's how you should be choosing your pranayama practice, that's how you should be, sleeping time, your exercise time, your eating time, everything, whatever in as a daily routine things are, and that's how your focus would be, and that's how should be performed, and then you will not develop the toxins. And then the third thing is meditation. Of course, the reducing the mental and emotional stress is 100% possible by doing the meditation. There are again more and more research has been showing that how just simply by doing meditation you can avoid so many diseases, disorders, and also in this case, by performing meditation, you're cleansing your mind. Actually, you're detoxifying your mind. You are allowing mind to rest, and as it starts resting, it will just take out whatever repressed emotions and whatever repressed feelings there, and that's how you would feel better. And last but not least, of course, perform the Ayurveda detox at least once a year. And that can be an excellent maintenance for your bodily calm. So why I always say that, like, you have to remember this, that we are so conscious here, at least in US, that, oh, 6 months are done, or we have our car, the maintenance has to be done and oil has to be changed, and we do all these lubrication, go and do the oil change and maintenance of car, physical car, right? Like actual car. The same way we do have to do the maintenance of a bodily, body as your car, and think about that. And that is possible by performing the Panchakarma. So with that, these were the photo credits, and thank you so much for your patient listening. And I'm opening the for the question answers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raut. As always, an exceptional session.
Thank
Truly,
you.
truly appreciate it. One question I have is, is it possible to do Panchakarma? Is there any part of Panchakarma that can happen remotely?
So that's very good question. Not that directly it would be possible, but let me tell you, this is good aspect that I face in my practice also. I do see people, I mean, like, other than those who are not in Chicago or the Illinois area, they do come. And I would recommend them that to identify a nice local massage therapist who would have some Ayurveda background and get certain things done. And those other aspect, the specific dietary, specific detox teas, specific detox tablets, specific why I'm saying, because it is per your body type, correct? So
Right.
that's how the for your situation, what your condition is, what your health aspect at this time, all these things are being checked, and those things we can still provide. And then the bodily treatments which are to be done, those can be done outside, and that way it will be at least to some extent proper. Some panchakarma can be done that way, so it is that way possible. That's what I would suggest.
Understood. Thank you.
Mhm.
Just a logistics comment here. Dr.
Mhm.
Ashlesha, you are the host of the session, so you might want to check the chat to see
Oh
if there are
yes.
personal questions to you. And for the attendees, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah, I'm trying to chat. right? So yeah, one question is often asked that how many days would it take to do the Panchakarma? There is, as I said, again, there is no like fixed number to it. Okay, it can change absolutely. But one thing I would always tell that it depends upon. It's not that every time you have to be. You're in Panchakarma means you cannot do anything else. There are people who would come and they do all their regular things, and in addition to that, they would undergo the Panchakarma. So, having said that, when you're preparative stage, you have to be more cautious for certain eating aspect, certain lifestyle changes aspect, and that's how you prepare yourself. In the first time, it may take some time, but I have seen many people come every year, literally, and some people even come every season to perform their panchakarma, depending upon how they are feeling and what they are going on in their life. So then later on, it becomes much easier. So in the first time, it feels little harder because you're going through the first time, and it typically would still take some 3-4 weeks to get prepared for that, and then the main detox week could be one week, mainly when the main detox actually happens or main cleanse actually happens, those 5 panchakarma therapies which I was talking about, that would happen. And then later on 1 week further being given to restore the whole, whatever the diet change we did, and now to come to back to the square one. For that's how we could do that's generally been done. So to answer this question that how much time it takes, it's not it depends again from person to person, but I would say that your commitment of 4 to 6 weeks would be better, depending upon what disease you are. I mean, again, this is solely depend upon how you would do. Okay, one more question is here that for gout and leaky guts, what treatment you recommend for young adult? So gout and leaky gut, further one has to understand that these are the two different situations, and there are like multiple treatments. Not that every time you have to do panchakarma, but for example, for gout there are certain definitely good herbs which can be provided and can take care of it. And for the leaky gut also, restoring the gut health is being done, and that can be, panchakarma actually works very well for the leaky gut basically, and that can be provided. Young adult, not, I mean, the treatment approach in Ayurveda is really for, or the Panchakarma, as I said, specifically, we could say that 8 to 80, that is the window, and people can do, or depend again. Some people would not be till 80, maybe for some people, I would say, oh no, 75. Here you have to stop. Now we cannot do, depending upon how their condition is of health, correct? So that has to be understood. And then young people, as I said, right from even 8 years. And even, see, I'm talking about Panchakarma here, that's why I'm saying 8, but Ayurveda recommends everything for other aspects. So other aspects can be given before 8 also. There is a whole lot of the whole science in Ayurveda, like we call it as a Kaumara Bhrutya, which means the Ayurvedic pediatrics. So Ayurvedic pediatrics is also there. And that's how that, like, that young, how young is the child, and that treatment can be provided there. So yeah, in short, again, yes, for gout and leaky guts, we do have the treatments. All right, we are exactly top of the hour.
It was so wonderful to have you, and this session was really very enlightening, really great session, and I'm sure everybody benefited from it. And so I'm looking forward to do it myself as well at some point. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, for next session, it's going to be on women's health. So that's also going to be a very important topic for all the women. So please spread the word to your friends and family, and ask them to join. Also, those who have missed the sessions, they are available on the Arva Yoga YouTube channel. So you can go and watch all the sessions. Even if you want to repeat them, listen again, you can go and watch them there. So thank you so much, Ashlesha ji, for your wonderful, enlightening sessions. And we are looking forward to seeing you next month. Thank you so much.
Yes, sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm also enjoying interacting with all of you. So thank you again. Yeah.